Hello and welcome back. I am so happy you're joining me today. I am going to be cleaning my kitchen. This was a requested video. I do have a set cleaning schedule that I go by, and this honestly is something that I like to get to at least every other day. Maybe not as detailed as I cleaned today. Sometimes I require some spot cleaning just on the refrigerator, getting some fingerprints on there from my daughter. But for the most part, I do like to keep the kitchen area clean and clutter free, most importantly. So, what I usually like to start doing is putting things back in their place. Right now, things are pretty clear. The counters are pretty much as they should be, things are where they belong. But before I start any cleaning in any of my spaces throughout the home, I like to make sure that I've decluttered and put things back in their place. After that, I go in and I wipe off the appliances that are stainless steel. The refrigerator is especially difficult to keep clean because I do have a young daughter who gets her fingerprints all over without intentionally meaning to, even adults. So I do wipe that out with just a stainless steel cleaner spray. I found that spraying the cleaning rag, which I'm using a microfiber cleaning rag, is the best for me. I'm able to control the amount of spray that I use. So I usually wipe off the surface or the outside of the dishwasher that is also a stainless steel material. The refrigerator and freezer that is just below it are also stainless steel, as well as the hood of the stove and just a small portion of the stove around the handles and things like that. So I am on the petite side, so I always have to climb up on something. And here I'm just using one of our chairs from the island that we eat off of. And the hood usually doesn't get too dirty, it's more dust and just an accumulated um, amount of dust that gets on there normally. So, what I also do is anything else that we have stainless steel around the kitchen, I also wipe off when I'm done, just with the remaining spray. I have some canisters on the counter, the faucet over the sink, as well as the microwave and toaster that are on the counters there on the side of the refrigerator. So, what I typically do, because our kitchen is such a highly used space, I don't like to overwhelm myself. So, I have a cleaning routine that I can definitely go into detail for you guys if you're interested. On Mondays, I like to dust and I just go throughout my house and dust every surface that needs dusting. Then on Tuesdays, I like to clean my glass and my mirrors. So again, I go throughout my entire house cleaning the glass and mirrors. On Wednesday, I like to vacuum the floors of every space in the house. Here I'm taking a little water break, much needed hydration after that. Um, and so Wednesdays, I like to go ahead and vacuum all of the floors. Thursdays, I steam the floors. You'll see here in a bit how I steam them with a just a simple steam mop. I don't use any chemicals on the floor. I don't like to. And on Fridays, I clean the bathrooms. And basically, this is the schedule I try to keep on a weekly basis. In between there, I do try to do a load of laundry at least every day. the laundry, you know, could add up if you're not on top of it. And I also wash our bedroom sheets, um, mine and my husband's bed, and my daughter's twin bed as well. And I usually do that once a week, depending on what day I want to throw those loads of laundry in. So, if you guys want more details on a more extensive cleaning routine that I maintain to keep my home in order, please let me know. But here I am cleaning the top of the stove. I have found the easiest and most effective way to clean my stove is with a soapy dish rag. That's it. So I use Dawn dish soap and the dish rag or dishcloth that we use to clean some of our dishes. I just lather it up, put some more soap on there, and then go in and scrub the stove. And it's gentle enough to where it's not going to scratch it. Then I go in with a damp cleaning rag and just wipe off all of that soap residue that has stayed on the stove. And I have found that this just keeps my stove looking so shiny. I don't need to use any harsh chemicals, um, you know, which is a plus. I mean, I love cleaning with the most natural products that I could find when I'm able to. So here I just went in and wiped everything off, and you can see how shiny it is. The burners are a little bit damaged just over use and time, but the stove itself, the top of it is so shiny and clean, and I love that. So I am now going to wipe off all of the surfaces. They are granite countertops. So I'm just using a granite cleaner that I found, I think, TJ Maxx, just a standard granite cleaner. I don't have a preference right now, but I go in and just wipe everything down, kind of dusting and wiping off any crumbs that I left earlier. I forgot to mention that I do go in before I clean the counters and just with a dry cleaning rag, kind of scoop up or clean up all of the crumbs that are left, just to not throw more crumbs and things on the floor and get that all over the place. So when I go in with the spray, the counters are pretty much cleared off of crumbs, but I'm going in and almost polishing the counters to make sure that they are clean and sparkling. So we have quite a bit of counter space. So what I like to do is because it is so much counter space, and of course we don't use every inch of the counters on a daily basis. We have our preference of counters that we tend to use more close to the stove, right next to the sink where I was just cleaning, tend to be areas that are more high traffic. So those I do try to wipe down and clean throughout the day. So after I finish a meal or making something, preparing a snack for my daughter, I like to go in and just wipe things down, wipe the counters down, clean off the dishes, and put what we use into the dishwasher just throughout the day to keep the space clean, not have to wait until evening time to then do a bunch of dishes and have a bunch of accumulated mess that I didn't maintain throughout the day. This just makes it much easier for my sanity to go in and have that habit of cleaning up after we have breakfast, putting all the dishes away and wiping the counters really quickly. Then after I prepare a snack for her, I do the same if I've even made any messes. Then after dinner, the same kind of routine goes into that. For lunch, we're usually out and about at a park or having lunch outside somewhere, so I don't need to maintain during that time. We do have quite a bit of appliances that are out on our counter, and these are mainly the things that we use on a daily basis. So we have the air fryer, you could see there, I just wiped down. Those canisters have rice, sugar, beans, things that we need easy access to. So we like to just keep them up on the counter. Then we have our microwave, a Keurig, as well as a toaster and the KitchenAid mixer. So I know a lot of people like to kind of keep that in the cabinets if needed, just to keep it off the surface. For us, this works well because we do have a lot of counter space. And like I said, we use these appliances so regularly that it's just very convenient to have them up on the counter. I am also a firm believer in maintaining a clean space to help with your sanity. We have so much going on as moms, just the busy lives that we lead with our children's needs, our own, maintaining a household, maintaining the kids' schedules, having our family activities. We just have a lot going on. So, adding more to that, on top of having so much in our minds, having our home be a disaster, quite frankly, is going to add that emotional baggage in your mind. Our home is a reflection of what is going on in our mind, and I'm a firm believer in that. If there's just a bunch of mess and clutter and disorder throughout your house, then that is going to have a huge effect on your mental well being. If there's already a lot going on in your mind, and on top of that, your environment is also reflecting that, then those two things are mirroring off each other and almost multiplying. So your environment is clutter and chaos and dirty and disorderly. And in your mind, you have so much going on. It's disorder, it's mayhem. So those two things are just compounding and almost growing. So I do like to stress the importance of us maintaining our home. And of course, I know with small children, they're going to make messes, they're going to play with their toys, and that's beautiful. That's a great thing. But there is a time and a place for it. And when they are done, we can start showing them how to pick up their messes. Can help them as their mothers and show them the effect and the difference it can make on us, and how great it is to walk into a home that is welcoming, clutter free, and clean. So here I am going in with my steamer. It is the final step in cleaning my kitchen, and this probably took me about 25 minutes in total. I hope that you enjoyed watching today's video. Please let me know if this was helpful in any way, and I will see you soon.